Mrs. Ballmox here, and today we have another topic requested by a follower, and it's a subject that I'm very passionate about. This is how to buy less. And it's not as easy as just saying, okay, I'm going to start buying less, because you actually have mechanisms in your brain that are working against you. In this video, we're going to run through how those work and how you can actually hack them to work towards your goal of buying less. Learning to buy less is a process, and I read a few books along the way that helped me immensely, so I'll reference them as we go through this video in case you want to check them out and get some more information. So let's talk about why it is so hard to just stop buying stuff. And I focus on ending fast fashion on my channel, so the thing that we're going to be talking about buying less of is actually clothing. But in my experience, what happened for me was once I broke the urge to buy clothes, it trickled into other areas of my life, and I don't have the urge to buy almost anything else. So we're going to be discussing habits, and habits are the building blocks of who you are. A habit is formed through something called the habit loop, which is coined by Charles Duhigg. So the habit loop is cue, routine, reward. A cue might be something like seeing a red tag with a discount on a piece of clothing, or just seeing a fast fashion store and going in. The routine is, of course, buying the item, and the reward is the huge rush of dopamine you get when you buy a new item. So this is when you're excited about a new piece, and I actually read somewhere that the hit of dopamine we get is the same amount as when a drug addict uses. So it is quite literally addictive to shop. And that's why you'll feel this pull, this urge to buy something, even when you're trying so hard to buy less. So how do we counteract this? Well, let's look at the habit loop again, and we're going to reference Atomic Habits. We need to make the cue as invisible as possible. Don't go into fast fashion stores, don't even window shop, unfollow fashion brands from your social media pages, and tell Facebook and Instagram that you are not interested in seeing certain ads. Then we need to make the routine as full of friction as possible. And I have a few techniques for doing this. What worked for me was making a contract with myself that I wouldn't buy anything for at least 3 days once I saw it and thought that I wanted it. And this wasn't too difficult because I wasn't telling the addicted part of my brain no. I was just saying, wait. So it didn't revolt. It thought that it would be excited about buying this piece for the entire 3 days, and then we'd go buy it and it'd get its hit of dopamine. But what would happen is over those 3 days, I would be gathering evidence that I actually have plenty of clothes in my wardrobe, some that even look like the thing that I wanted to buy. And I didn't morph into a loser because I didn't get the new top. And gathering this proof, the excitement for getting the piece faded. And the excitement would have faded even if I bought the shirt right away, and that's important to note, right? Because we buy a piece of clothing, we're excited about it, we wear it once, we post it on the gram, and then it's just another piece in our closet, and we're ready to get excited about the next thing. So with this method, the excitement can fade without ever having to buy the piece in the first place. If you're online shopping, you can actually go ahead and put the items in the cart. I still do this. Thinking about it now, I have some jewelry in a cart from a brand. Don't leave this page up on your computer, of course. Remember, we want invisible cues. But sometimes I'll remember that I wanted jewelry from this brand. So I'll go to their website, and of course they save your cart, and the addicted part of my brain will go, okay, it's still there. I can still buy it. And then I don't. And what happens is I completely forget about the items and I don't buy them, or the fad has passed. They're not cool anymore. I don't really care about having them anymore, and I'll just remove them from my cart. Another method to try if you find yourself in a store holding an item or online shopping and on the checkout page, count down out loud from 10 to distract your brain and keep it from objecting. And during that countdown, or right when you hit 0, drop the item and leave the store immediately. X out of the page and get up from the computer immediately. And finally, we need to make the reward as unsatisfying as possible. And to do this, you need to know your why. Why do you want to buy less? For me, it was learning about how fast fashion is polluting and sickening and killing millions of people. It's just a disgusting model. And to learn more about it, I recommend the movie True Cost. But maybe for you, you just want savings to make your life better, or you simply don't want to be the victim of addiction. But it's important to know your why so that you can use the feelings of guilt and shame that come when you go against your why. These are very powerful tools. So what we're going to do is write our why on an index card and keep it in our wallet. And when you're about to check out, you have to read this index card, and you'll feel so guilty for what you're about to do that you might not even do it. And then you'll get this massive surge of pride because you stuck to your values. Or if you do go through with it, you'll be haunted by guilt and shame, and it'll make it that much harder to buy something the next time you go to do it. Remember, there is a difference between buying something because you're addicted to buying things and you feel like you want it, and actually needing this purchase. And you'll find that your conscience actually can tell the difference. But there will be slip-ups. I haven't bought anything from a fast fashion brand in years, but it took me nearly a year to completely stop. What would happen is the time between purchases would just get longer and longer. But there will be slip-ups. Don't give in just because you slipped up. An accountability partner can help with this. The way this works is you pick a friend or someone who believes in your why as strongly as you do, or who cares enough about you to hold you accountable and not to coddle you when you make a purchasing mistake. It should be someone that you are embarrassed to disappoint. You can even have a repercussions model where every time you buy something that you shouldn't have, you have to donate a certain amount to an organization you don't like or a cause you don't like. Or each time you buy something, you have to give up 3 items from your wardrobe. It'll really make you think long and hard about whether this purchase is worth the repercussions. If you really want to buy less, take it seriously, but give yourself some grace. You will reach a point where you can stroll through the stores with ease and with zero urge to buy something. Actually, the other day I was in a thrift store and I had this jacket that I was going to buy, and there was this voice in my head that was saying, "You don't need it." And the closer I got to the till, the more uncomfortable I got. So I just set the jacket down and left the store and was breathing easy. So you have that to look forward to. I hope this video was helpful. Go ahead and throw any questions or thoughts down in the comment section below. Down there, you can also request a video topic if there's anything you want me to touch on, or go ahead and DM me over on Instagram and give me a follow while you're over there as well. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day. Good luck buying less, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.